how's it going, everybody? Happy Friday. Week's just flying by here. I think it was warmer this morning. I checked my phone there, and it just like the forecast, this little cold front came through. It's like in the upper 50s. There's a breeze. Chris, how you doing there? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah. Thanks for letting me take the day off yesterday. Well, I didn't take the day off. I was working. I kind of worked through lunch yesterday and took the day off from live streaming. This is my hobby. I think you guys understand that. And yeah, we'll just head through the loop here. How you doing here? I appreciate it. Hey, thanks. How's it going? And we'll just head through the... Yeah, we've been on the river walk a lot. Earlier Wednesday and Monday, I think we were on the river walk there. We went by the lakefront, so I think I'll head through the loop today. We'll see if anybody else tunes in. I know I'm on kind of early today. That's good. People probably aren't expecting me here, but we'll go. Look, they got it all decorated for Cinco de Mayo, of course. How's it going? How you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey. You want to be on camera? Hey, how's it going?
My name is Heidi, and I'm from Texas.
Hey, thanks for being in Chicago. How you doing? You having a good time? You enjoying it here?
I'm having a good time.
Good.
I'm just exploring.
Good.
I love it.
What part of Texas are you from?
I'm from Houston, Texas.
Houston?
And I make the best barbecue, lit pit barbecue.
Good. That's good. Thank you.
Nice
Thanks for
to
saying
meet
hello.
you.
Nice to meet you. Brian Ray, Chicago. How's it going? Thanks a lot. Hey, isn't that awesome? Yeah, see? In town from Houston. You got nice weather. She makes good barbecue. And that's awesome. See, I like it when people say hello and yeah. See that Crystal Blue Funk and A Monday, yes, ASMR. How you doing there with the blue butterflies? I like that, Christy Draper. Thanks for tuning in there. And yeah, we're back. We're back on a Friday here. We're going by the MDA apartments here on Wabash. We're across from the parking garage that looks like a car grill there. And we'll go by the Elephant and Castle, Harold Washington College, and here we'll get across the street here before the light changes because how's it going there? I don't want to wait for the traffic here. Anna Marie, how you doing there? Anita, John James, Heather B, thanks for coming on here. Christy, yeah, here comes the L. Good. So we'll get to the L. The orange line round the bend here, right on time. That's why I wanted to get across the street so we can catch this curve here. How's that for scenes of the cities to start off your Friday afternoon? We got Cinco de Mayo weekend coming up on Sunday, and then tomorrow's May the 4th be with you. And Panda Express here. You got the Fashion Nails. Somebody's yelling across the street, so I hope they're not yelling at me. There's the Fashion Nails here. And you never know. You never know. Some people want to be on camera, other people don't. You never can tell which way it's going to go, but we're seeing, look at this water, standing water here. Of course, we got some rain overnight. Yeah, how you doing there? That's what we missing here. Let's see. Thanks everybody there. Thanks for tuning in there. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, so we'll go by the Chicago Theater. We'll see if they updated the marquee. The last time we went by there, let's see, who was on there last time? It was, well, we'll see if they updated it here. It was the science guy. What's his name? Why can't I think his name? It was on the tip of my tongue there. But hey, the Cubs lost last night. They lost to the Mets. They're going to be back in town playing Milwaukee, I think. And Wanda Sykes, Craig David May, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I think the Tyson. What's his name there? Let's see. We'll get it here. Yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson. Why couldn't I think of Neil deGrasse Tyson? There, Neil deGrasse Tyson still on the marquee there for the Chicago Theater. It's been a long week. My brain fails me once again there, but there's the Chicago Theater. So Craig David May, Days of May. Yell's going by. Phil Rosenthal, May 4th. Neil deGrasse Tyson, May 9th. The Chicago Theater. Yeah, look at that. Diane, thanks for tuning in. Patricia, am I missing anybody? Yeah, Bill Nye, the science guy. No, Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's a real astrophysicist, astronomer, and we see him on PBS all the time. There's a subway exit. There's ESPN Chicago right there. Yeah, live radio right there. There's my competition, ESPN Radio. There, Chicago Theater's looking nice on State Street. Welcome to Chicago on a Friday. Yeah, we got maybe 58 degrees, 57, 58. It might feel like 60. It might be cooler at the airport where they're reporting that temperature because it doesn't feel, it feels, it's not as warm as it was when I walked this morning. It was still kind of humid this morning. And the sun's trying to come out here, but at least it's not raining. And yeah, happy Friday to the lunch bunch. We'll just head over, we'll see if anything's happening on Daily Plaza. What is this? Look, the School of the Art Institute of Chicago. Okay, that's this. I thought that was something historic. It's not. It's just showing when that was dedicated there. But see, the tulips have lost their leaves, so a lot of the tulips on State Street are past their peak. And so that's why I want to, they really peaked early this year. There's the Muddy Waters. You know, there we got the light here, so we'll head across Randolph. There's the clock there for Marshall Fields. And Sharon, how's it going there? Andres, yeah, thanks for tuning in. Costa Rica, yeah, thanks for tuning in. That is awesome. Yeah, we see all kinds of people. I met that gentleman from Colombia when we were doing the bridge lift there on Wednesday, and he got a selfie with me. Tara found it, he posted it, and he followed me on YouTube here, so maybe he'll tune in sometime too. Thank you, thanks. And let's see here, Block 37. Hey, but they still got the Mamma Mia there. Play the same stuff over and over again. People can't get enough of the Mamma Mia. Ah, the marquee at Block 37. There's a nice bike. Look at that basket. Yeah, it's on the back of it. Look at that. So they got the tablecloths out. They got the tables out here. This is the, well, the 5-iron golf. You got to go up stairs for that. And then they got this restaurant right here on the side. We'll point it out as we head towards Dearborn. It's called the Dearborn. The Dearborn restaurant right at Dearborn and Randolph. There's the Goodman Theater. I hear the L going by. There it is, look. Yeah, scenes of the city here in Chicago Loop. Friday afternoon. Doesn't look like too much is going on at Daily Plaza, but we'll head over there. And we'll take a peek at the Thompson Center. I won't spend as much time there if they haven't made any more progress on the construction there. I know Google has that antitrust suit. I'm really angry at Apple. I am definitely angry at Apple because they're doing a $110 billion stock buyback. They're giving, instead of paying taxes and forcing the people, the richest people that benefit from the profits at Axon for paying taxes. There's another article in some of the newspapers showing how the 400 richest people in the United States pay much less taxes than they paid in 1960. And neoliberalism, I know it's great. Privatization, you know, taxes were too high. I get that. No one wants to pay taxes, especially billionaires. But Google giving $110 billion back to their richest stockholders. And I know some of you might own Apple stock. Some of you might be retired on fixed income. You need that stock buyback. But, you know, instead of like lowering the price of their products or not laying off employees or redistributing the money back through the economy through taxes, they're giving it to the people that already have money. And that's what's, you know, everybody dislikes inflation. It's just going to cause the people that already own everything to buy up everything and force the price up for the rest of us that don't have money. And so I know Google was supposed to not be evil. Apple was not supposed to be evil. To me, they're evil companies, and I know they do a lot of good in the world, more good than negative. But I don't want these companies to go away. I know they employ a lot of people. There's the weather forecast. There was the weather forecast there on Channel 2 News. But it's getting so, you know, it's getting obscene now. $110 billion in profits. They're just giving it to people that already have money and made money off of Apple stock. The Fed is stopped letting their balance sheet. They're not reducing their balance sheet. Even though we got good economic times, they're not reducing their balance sheet to keep the stock market up. And I know we all need that to retire and stuff. I'm not going to lay off this. I am angry at the Federal Reserve. And I know it's going to be pain. It's going to be pain. They're going to deflect. It's affecting our politics. And I know I'm not supposed to talk about politics. You know, it's enabling all this unrest that we're going to have, and it's going to continue, and it's because this economic anxiety that us at the bottom are facing, you know. And if you're a billionaire, if you're listening right now, if you don't want us to eat the rich, tell the Federal Reserve to stop. Let markets be free. You always talk about free markets. It's not a free market. It's a rigged market, and it's rigged towards the wealthiest people, and we all know it at the bottom where you think we're stupid. You know, I'm angry. So I'm having a bad day here, but thanks for tuning in. I'm short the market. Here, look at the nice, don't fight the Fed, you'll end up like me. Look at the fountain here at Daily Plaza. Yeah, let's go check out the Thompson Center. Let's see if they're making it. You know, and look, you know, here I am critical of Apple and Google. Google's investing in downtown. We need, you know, I wish Apple would take more of that $110 billion and do what Google's doing. Invest in. We need people working downtown. We need Google employees working downtown to shop at the restaurants that are closing down. Not everybody can work from home all the time. I know it's hard to converse people. Nobody wants to commute. I get that, but you know, do we want our cities to die and everybody just live in the suburbs? You know, here, look at the nice. It's expensive to live downtown. I know it's hard. We're all facing this. It's all interconnected. I see it's not isolated stuff, but I'm missing a bunch of comments here. Thanks for tuning in. Check with the state of Illinois. Okay, what am I missing? Am I missing a question here? Salary taxes work in Chicago. Yeah, thanks, Andres. Yeah, that's thanks, Lisa, for the good advice there and information. Yeah, even though okay. Yeah, there's online resources about how state income taxes are. I would have to research it myself. I'm not a lawyer or a tax consultant or a accountant. There's other people that I would defer to for that. And yeah, it's a good question there. Hey, at least we're getting intelligent questions here. It's that you asked a good question there. Here, we'll cross Clark Street here at Randolph, and yeah, let's look. We'll see. There, I'll keep going by this building as the summer progresses because they're starting to take the sculpture down here. They're going to move it. They're going to dismantle it in pieces, is what they're doing, and they're going to move it to the Art Institute or wherever it's going here. Look at the sculpture in pieces. People remember the Thompson Center. This is a Helman Jan architect designed this, and Google's finally renovating it, and as a part of that, they're removing the sculpture in front of it, and they're probably going to plant trees and stuff, which will be nice. They're going to expand this plaza. Here's this sculpture in the process of being dismantled and moved here, and they got a crane up here. We've seen this crane up here for a week. Here's the State of Illinois building here, the former State of Illinois building, the Thompson Center. And people call it both there, and it's under construction here. How you doing? Yeah, I'm voyeuristically looking over the top there. So I don't really want to head that way. Let's head further south into the loop here. We'll wait for the light here. And I want to get away from the scaffolding because there isn't much to look at here. So we got 8 seconds here. We'll cross. But yeah, Shannon, thanks for listening to my rant. I got to get it out. I feel better just voicing it. Thanks for letting me using you guys as a sounding board. I don't expect any of you to agree with my strange views. I know the Federal Reserve has a tough job. We're thankful they did what they did to get us through the pandemic and flooded the market with liquidity. So the stock market actually went up, even though we lost 1 million people due to COVID and the supply chain disruptions that affected our economy. But here we'll head south here along Clark Street, and we'll head. Yeah, let's go over to LaSalle. Let's walk down LaSalle a little bit. We have, I know we've gone down there before. There's the forecast. If I can get past this pole, maybe I can zoom in and get you. Well, it's it's behind the Picasso there. It looks like 70s, 60s. There's an 80. There's an 80 on 80 degrees tomorrow, and 60s and 70s the rest of the week. So we got a nice forecast. There's chances of rain a lot of days, but the weather's finally warming up here in Chicago, just in time for Cinco de Mayo here. So we'll go by the Burnham Center, and we'll head south on Clark Street a little bit here. But yeah, you know me, it's Friday, I'm getting tired. So this guy here, he's always here. He's actually, in the Wikipedia article about Daily Plaza, they mention this guy because he's always here. He's always exercising his First Amendment free speech rights. He stands there really stoically, and he never really interacts with people, which is interesting. And I see him there all the time. We see him there, and I respect his right to peacefully send his message out there. This is right, and he has the time to do it. That's the interesting thing. He's standing there all the time, and he has the time to stand there and hold up that sign. Let's check out these rare coins. Jay's done this before too. I've done it before, and for some reason my connection would cut out when I would get near these windows. But hey, how's it going? Here, we'll head across First Methodist Church here. So we've gone inside here. I've showed you this church before. I lose my connection when I go in there too because of these thick walls here in the First Methodist Church here. Look at the detail here. Look at the door here. Chicago Temple. Let's check out this coin newsmology. Rare coins here. Look how they got the advertising what the use is here. Look at all these rare coins they got here. Ancient. These go back to, these are Roman coins. These are Roman coins here. Byzantine. They got the, look at that. They got the women on all these quarters. No, what are these, silver dollars? Quarter dollars. These are quarter dollars with the women on it. Look at that. Look at all these nice new quarters they got here. Remember when they did all the states there? They got a series with American women on it. Isn't that nice? United States coins here. Rare books here. We're by the, here, let me show you what we're at here. So if you just joined, we're in Chicago. We're by the Harlan Burke Rare Coins there, 31 North Clark Street. We're just south of the City Hall here. And they got these. You can buy gold, silver coins here. And they got the books about the ancient coins here, the silver dollars, the mercury dimes, and wheat pennies. You ever get a wheat penny? They used to make in the World War II. They made pennies out of steel. They were like steel pennies because there was a copper shortage. And there's old dollar bills. Look at all these coins here. Now you see my flannel shirt? You saw it reflected in the window there? Thanks. Yeah. See, I should start a whole fashion TikTok channel here. We'll just do grunge from the 90s retro style, Look at these things. What is this? Those are shell cameos. Those are shells like the little brooches. Look at that. Yeah. Hey, they're taking a picture. There's the Chicago alley. Look at that. But how's everybody doing? You having a good Friday there? So now I understand what went wrong with. I went back and looked at Betty from the, I remember last night, if you were watching on TikTok, I must have misunderstood Betty from the cooking school there, Betty Chicago. She messaged me on Sunday and she says, yeah, stop by next week, Thursday or Friday, we'll be having cooking classes at 6. But she must have meant next week, because when I interpreted, I thought she meant this Friday and Thursday, but she must have meant next Friday. She didn't pick the date. She just said next, and she sent it to me on Sunday, which I assumed it was this Thursday and Friday, but she must have been next week, and I didn't realize they went so many days between classes. Maybe she's taking the week off, which is understandable since she runs that thing. And so let's head over to LaSalle Street here, and we'll head further down into the loop here. Hey, how's it going, Tom Bot? How you doing there? So what's going, Merc? How you doing there? Sahal Ahmed, thanks for tuning in there. Yeah, thanks for the waving hands there. That's good. Thanks for tuning in to the Lunch Bunch here. We're walking through the loop of Chicago. Look at these nice high rises here on Madison. We're on Madison. We're right across from the here, let me get across the street here because I want to show you this facade here. St. Peter's in the Loop. We've seen this on Ash Wednesday when people were lined up. This is a Catholic church right here in the Loop. And look how you got that almost blank facade with the inverted space there. And it's right in the middle of the block here. They actually added this parish in the 1950s. There were so many people working in the Loop at that time, exactly for that, so people could get off on their lunch and stop in there, and it's still well used to this day. Not as well used as it used to be, but it's kind of an interesting church, right? It's almost like a commercial church right in downtown there, with just like the First Methodist, they turned 20 of their floors into commercial space and have the chapel on the top and the chapels on the bottom. And it shows you how valuable this real estate was. Every single square foot was used, and they built over the alleys. And here we're at LaSalle Street. It's a great street where you can look straight down to the Board of Trade here. Yeah, I think it's all wells with Betty. She didn't give me the date. She said Thursday. She said stop by Thursday and Fridays at 6. That's when they have classes. We stopped by there yesterday, Thursday at 6 o'clock. But she must have meant next Thursday. So I'll message her again and confirm that it's next week. And so we'll give it a try next Thursday and Friday. I'll probably skip it tonight because if she said Thursday or Friday, well, we went there Thursday at 6 and it was closed. So yeah, I hope all's right with Betty. She's got her own TikTok page with like 10,000 followers, and it promotes her cooking school there. Look at this. Let's check this out. There's a Burrito Beach down here. So, see, look at these mid-block alleys here. We're right across from the Northern Trust. There's the Board of Trade. We're on LaSalle Street. We're south of Madison. There's the tip of the Sears Tower. I haven't walked down this alley. There's a 19 South LaSalle. There's the entrance to this building. And then there's a Burrito Beach down here. I didn't realize there was a Burrito Beach in this alley. Yeah, is this open? Let me see if this is open here. There's actually a restaurant down the alley, and see how it's cobblestone here? This is right in the center of the Loop, just off of LaSalle. And yeah, it looks like the Burrito Beach is not open here. So there's a Silk Road LaSalle. Looks like that window was broken in, so maybe they've been having some issues here. Look how this wraps around the corner here. So we'll show this mid-block alley, and look how it dead ends here. No, it goes out. It goes up to Madison. Look at those fire escapes. It shows the density of the Loop here. Every once in a while I like to go down the alleys to show you how even the alleys have storefronts, just like that one down there on Jackson. And so we'll walk back out to yeah, they got a door right there. They got offices right here, now leasing. Look at that fire hydrant. you know, I'm a city planner, so I get off on stuff like this, how, you know, they're actually using the alley for commercial space, but it didn't look like it turned out well. The Burrito Beach is closed, so not enough foot traffic was going down here. And that goes back to not, people are still working from home. We lost 500,000 people that used to commute in on the metro rails that no longer commute to downtown. I don't blame them. Some people had 2-hour commutes, you know, and I don't blame people for taking the option to work from home if they got that option where they work. That's 10 hours a day you get back not sitting on a train. You know, you'd be more productive. Here, Millennium on LaSalle. Betty's. Tonight's pasta making at 6:30. Next Thursday and Friday is tavern style pizza. Okay, so we can give it a try tonight. I since I was messaging Betty, I took her at her word. She said, she literally, I can show you, she said, stop by Thursday or Friday after 6. We'll be letting people in. We stopped by there last night at 6. So maybe I was too early. Maybe it started at 6:30. But I know people want to see that. I want to get home and enjoy my weekend. So we'll see how I feel once I get out of work tonight. And we'll see what time I get out of work. It's all that. But here's the Board of Trade here. We'll head across. Hey, BMO Harris. There's the Italian Village. This is Monroe Street, Monroe and LaSalle here. So we'll head down. Yeah, alleys and basements, the bones of the city, the blood and guts and everything. We'll let it all hang out. Hey, we got 1225, 58 degrees. At least that's what my phone says. It feels like 60. It feels pretty nice. And we got the Board of Trade there, heading south on LaSalle. Yeah, we'll go down to the Rookery. I won't go inside. We already got video of the inside of the Rookery, and we'll just show it from the outside here. Here's this interesting building, and it's kind of a larger scale version of the old Masonic Temple. The old Masonic Temple that used to be on the other side of the loop that we lost that building, but they rebuilt this one, U.S. Bank building on LaSalle Street. And here's the one LaSalle Bank building and the Board of Trade here. Get out in the street here to show you. Look at that. You ever seen The Untouchables or the Batman movie? Some of the Batman movies use this. They've used this in Public Enemies, many gangster movies. They would line up the cars like The Untouchables, and you feel like you're back in the 1920s, because this is how this, they built that in 1929. So in 1930, this is what that street looked like. This street has looked like this for 90 plus years. And City National Bank and Trust Company, the Federal Reserve's there. We went inside the Federal Reserve Museum. This is the Rookery building, and of course we've talked about that, gone inside that. You can see the Board of Trade there. So here, let's head down Adams Street here. We'll film the facade here. This load-bearing walls, this hybrid building. It's the exterior's load-bearing walls, the interior steel frame construction. It was during the transition period where they were developing that technology for the skyscrapers with steel frame construction that allowed them to build, but they allowed them to have that courtyard in there, and that's the courtyard steel frame construction. The exterior walls are load-bearing. Berman Root for the architects for the Rookery building here. Look at the arched doors there. Hey, that's a nice truck. I like that. Office deliveries are down. Yeah, it's so strange. You know, like, look, I'll give you another example. Here's me railing about the market again. The best of times is the worst of times. So the jobs numbers came out every month. The job numbers come out the first Friday of the month. As expected, they were lower than expectations. People were getting laid off. The stock market went up. Do you notice Tesla, Google, Apple, they're laying off people? They're laying off people at the same time they're doing stock buybacks. You know, the stock market doesn't care about your job. It cares about liquidity, share buybacks. I hope we get to a day where companies will be punished for buying back their own shares instead of giving that money back to the economy. No, they give it to the richest people that already own the stocks, because it's like carnivorous. It's like we're eating our own carcass. And the companies don't even know what to do with the money. They can't invest it into expanding their business, so they give it back to the people that have already profited from them expanding the first time. Here's the Sears Tower, Willis Tower, and here we'll cross over. Let's go into the Federal Plaza here. Let's walk under the Calder statue. Look at this nice building. This is interesting. It looks really nice at the bottom. Now when you look at the top, you see how the brick, they had to replace some of the brick in the interior, and it looks all messed up. And different colored brick there when they did the tuck pointing. It weathered differently. You can see it better when we get over here. Here's looking north on Clark Street. Here's the bottom. That's where that food hall is. Look at all these people standing out in front of the Revival Food Hall. I wonder what's going on in there. But there's the Marquette building. We've gone inside there. The beautiful interior, the Marquette building. We'll stay outside today because the sun's coming out. You go to Zoop, get some soup. It's not soup, it's Zoop. There's a Revival Food Hall. We've walked through there before. Every time I walk through there, I cut out just a little bit. These buildings are so big and thick that the cell towers just can't penetrate them as well as, it's amazing it works as well as it does. Danny, how you doing there? Patricia, John James, Michelle, thanks for tuning in. Merck, yeah. No pigeons, no doggy poo. Yeah, I know. Yeah, look at that. Look how clean this plaza is. There's the Calder statue. You know, Calder's famous mid-century modernist sculpture. You know, it doesn't get more modernist than Calder there. That's called the Flamingo. Does that look like a flamingo to you? A lot of times there's protests here on the Federal Plaza because these are federal courthouses. Here's the United States Post Office. So this is designed by Mies van der Rohe. There I am in the window. How you doing there? So this is the last remaining post office in the loop that I know of. Is there any other post offices that anybody know of? There used to be one in the Aeon Center, but they removed it. They consolidated a lot of the post office. This is a Mies van der Rohe building, the Federal Plaza. I think this is the Klaczynski building. I think this is the Dirksen building. I might be getting them confused here, but it's so nice. You can walk right underneath the Calder statue. You can walk right underneath it here. So we'll head down to Jackson. And so then we can walk by we can head over to Michigan Avenue, and we can walk by the lines there and get that nice view. There's the Sears Tower, Willis Tower. See, that's what I'm talking about. See this building? You see how it looks like old and junky? It's because when they did the tuck pointing and replaced the bricks, they weathered differently than the ones they didn't replace. And so it's still a nice office building, the older 1920s style office building, but didn't weather well, but it still functions. Here, we'll go by the Monadnock building, illustrate the load-bearing walls. This is such a beautiful strip right here. This is south on Dearborn Street. Some of the earliest steel frame construction high-rises still exist here, even one by William LeBaron Jenny. We lost the original home insurance, the first skyscraper, because they tore it down to build the LaSalle Bank building. But here's the Monadnock building. I'll cross the street to give you a better view of it here. And hey, how's it going? Hey, Royale Bill Frakes Way, honorary. We're at Jackson and Dearborn here. We'll get you a good view. Look at the Monadnock building. So, the north end we talked about this before. This is load-bearing walls. This was built first, early 1890s. The second half, the lower half, is switched to steel frame construction. They added it onto it. You see the transition. You see how it's different. You see how that has a cornice, this doesn't. Because they didn't want to add weight to the top of the building. We've walked through the bottom of there. There's a haberdashery right there. There's a hat company, which is amazing. The Optimo hat company there. I'll zoom in the window there once we get across here. And yeah, real hat store here. Yeah, thanks for tuning in there. It's one of my favorite buildings too, and it's historically significant. You can walk through the bottom of it, and it's like an early mall. Thanks, Tara. Thanks for being on. Yeah, I think I figured out what was going on with Betty's. I think it's going to be next Thursday and Friday. I guess someone looked at it, and there is going to be an event tonight at Betty's Kitchen at 6:30. So we'll see what time I get out of work and I feel like going over it. But if we don't catch it tonight, we'll catch it next week. We'll put it on our to-do list there. Because it's something I can cruise by on my way home from work with not too much effort. You know how I'm a lazy live streamer here. So we're going by the Garrett's Popcorn here. How you doing? How you doing, man? Hey, how's it going? And here, let's go down this mid-block street here. Here's the, yeah, I don't know if I want to go down here or not. Let's head over this way. What time we got? 12:33. Yeah, let's go down this way. I want to check this out here, because here's the Fisher building. What is this building here? Here's Garrett's Popcorn right there. We'll get this plaza. There's a plaza in front of the Harold Washington Library that we can check out if I cross the street here. Here's Poncho's Restaurant and Bar. That might be a good place to go for Cinco de Mayo. Here's the UIC Law Schools right here. We're on this mid-block street here. It's called Plymouth. I won't cross the street there because there's a police car right there. You're going to catch me for jaywalking. So I'm glad I saw that. He stopped. He saw me filming. And, hey, let's go by Poncho's here. Let's see. Look at this. I want to get this building from across the street, so I will cross the street here. The police is safely ahead of us there. He was just making sure I wasn't crossing the street there with my camera. Very nice. Look at this Poncho's building here. See, they got the roof deck. You see people up there. There's a bar up there that you can see. Here's the Chicago Bar Association. So is anybody a lawyer? Here's the Chicago Bar Association right here on Plymouth Court. And there's the University of Illinois Law School. So the law school's right next to the Chicago Bar Association. You come here and pass the bar. And there's the Harold Washington Library. Look at this nice view to the Harold Washington Library. They got the Winter Garden at the top there. We've gone up there before. Look at this outdoor seating here with this nice brass protective fencing around it. Yeah, there's a bunch of people sitting in this park here, so they're probably gonna not like me filming walking through this park, because they probably think I'm like undercover cop, which I'm not. So we'll cross the street here and we'll try to film it from across the street here. I do like walking through here because it is a nice plaza. That's why people congregate here in Van Buren. Yeah, we'll cross right over here. We'll walk right through it. It'll be fine here. We'll just see what. Hey, look, they got some nice. They're selling some food right there, and we'll head right through here. Hey, you got the seagulls. So we're down here. Yeah, the Paul has this whole thing. How's it going? How you doing? I'm just live streaming on TikTok. How you doing here? So here we'll head through and see if people intimidate me on their bikes. Just a fellow Chicagoan heading through here. They're checking me out here. I knew they would. Here's the seagulls. Here's the Harold Washington Library. And they're making sure I'm not the police. And, you know, it's going to get interesting, especially as the conventions heat up. People are wearing masks that are protesters because they're trying to protect their identity and stuff. And I get that. There's a lot of migrants, you know, see, there's a guy wearing a mask right there. And it might be for their own health protection and stuff. Look at the windsock. They got the windsock up there. And that guy was trying to intimidate me on the bike. He was trying to crowd me out there. There's Poncho's rooftop cantina. So they changed that. That used to be something else. Now they call it Poncho's. They got the rooftop there. We'll head under the. We'll go up. We're on State Street here. State Street, the Cultural Walk. Yeah, Chicago's a great street there. They got these wayfinding signages. The tulips are all out. Yeah, don't be suspicious. Don't be live streaming and talking loud, because it attracts a lot of attention, you know. And hey, I live in the city. That's a public square. We're allowed to walk through there. Becomes the gangs of New York. Here, let's cross the street here. We'll go by the last remaining Barnes and Nobles. They're supposed to put a new Barnes and Noble. There's the L train going by the Harold Washington Library, DePaul University. Yeah, they're supposed to put another Barnes and Noble up there on Diversey, but last time I walked by there, it wasn't open yet. Here's the Barnes Noble Cafe. This is called the Driehaus College of Business. You know how we walk by the Driehaus there sometime on Wabash? And no, I appreciate you guys watching. So if I ever do walk to a place and I do get like accosted or someone attacks me, at least so you'll be my witnesses. So, and not that I'm a thrill seeker. I'm just a pretty passive guy. You know, I'm a non-violent person. exercising my First Amendment rights to walk through the public streets and film scenes of the city here. I'm not a First Amendment auditor. That's not why I do it. It's interesting. Sometimes I walk through that plaza and everybody's gone. And other times there's a bunch of people there and they kind of like protect it like it's turf or something. And I don't understand, you know, it's just like something that's going on. I don't understand it either. Here's the Beatrix Market. They spit bars in the bag. Go to the Beatrix Market here at DePaul University. You just joined me in Chicago. We're on Jackson Street, and we'll head over to Wabash here. We might get the L going by. There's the DePaul University College of Law. So we saw the UIC Law Center over by the bar there, and or the Chicago bar. And then we saw, see that guy didn't want to be filmed. I understand, you know, they see a camera and maybe they're just being polite. You know, they don't want to. They think they're doing a shot or something. But here, look at this. Here, you got the food truck right here. There, we'll cross here. We got the light. So we'll cross Jackson Street. Hey, let's check out Central Camera while we got it here. The Exchequer Restaurant. We're on Wabash underneath the L tracks here. DePaul University, Jarvis College of Computing, Digital Media is right there. Barbecue place. Look at this. Brisket, pulled pork, chicken, kielbasa, clumsy cow barbecue, but it's closed. Here's the Central Camera though. This is a great place, one of the last remaining real camera stores where you get film developed, and they have the old cameras that still work with film, and they got the digital cameras. Central Camera, they got this neon sign here. Kodak, 20% off here. Industry Ales, the Exchequer Restaurant. Here, I want to head down this way. Let's cross the street here. We'll cross the street. It's under the Wabash L tracks. Look how the light makes the pattern there. Come filtering through the tracks there. Isn't that nice? Look at these scenes of, yeah. Yeah, I know. I understand because I was the same way. Before I was streaming all the time, I'm paranoid of people, cameras, live streamers. I don't like to be on camera. That's why I don't show my face. I'm empathetic. If people don't want to be filmed, I don't film them. I didn't film the guy on the bike. I didn't shove the camera in his face and become confrontational. I let him know what was going on. I stood my ground and just walked through there. He was seriously checking me out and trying to intimidate me with his bike. And some people, it's the main streets of the city. It's the only, you got to operate like that. You can't show any weakness or they take advantage of it. And he's afraid of me taking advantage of him. He cannot show any weakness too. It becomes a no holds barred stare down. All this stuff about no disrespect and what you say, and everybody's got a chip on their shoulder and waiting for you to knock it off. And that's the confrontations between the authorities. We're going to get it with the students that are protesting genocide. I understand, I'm empathetic, but you know, you fight with the powers of the state will show you who's in charge, and that's what the students are learning when they're being cleared out of these. And it happened in the 60s and 70s. It'll happen again. I guess in my old age, I'm learning to pick my battles. You can fight with the police. They're paying some guy to fight you. The police are in between the people you really want to fight against, and that's what state power is. They pay somebody else to fight like a mercenary, and that's the police. And they got a tough job too. But here, we're made it to Michigan Avenue. We'll wait to cross the street here. We got a few seconds here, and then we'll go film the Art Institute. Let's go into this garden here. Let's see if the fountain's on. Let's see if they turn this beautiful fountain on. We got 1242. We're crossing Michigan Avenue. See, the Wrigley building is up there. The sun's coming out, so this is a good time for us just to. Wow, I like that. Look at that. Let me zoom in here. Look at that nice fashion there. I like that. It's probably somebody that goes to Columbia or one of the art schools like the Art Institute there. Here, hold on a second here. I'll zoom back out here so I'm not making everybody sick panning around here. Feel that sign? Yeah. Witness protection. But hey, look at the trees here. So the last time we were here, these trees weren't green yet. Now they leafed out. Look how beautiful this spot is. So I'll slowly walk through here so I hopefully maintain my connection. Welcome to Chicago. We're just north of Jackson Street at Michigan Avenue. This, of course, is the Art Institute of Chicago. This is the historic part. The newer wings are there and behind it. There's a fountain to the 5 Great Lakes. It's not on, but the beautiful blue flowers are blooming here. Look how beautiful the spot this is. You see how the light filters through the trees. And I love this park when it's open. It's not open all the time. And it's just a great spot to veg out here by the Art Institute. And I'll show you this. We'll have to come back when the fountains are on, because there's a nice water feature here. You know, you got the architecture here, and here's the fountain to the 5 Great Lakes. You see it there? We'll go around and go up close to it. And there's 5 women there represent the 5 Great Lakes: Superior, Michigan, Huron, Erie, and Ontario. And they got these trees. You can just sit out here. Let's walk down through here. And security's looking at me, so I don't know if they're going to say anything, because technically this is part of the Art Institute, and if you're inside, they certainly don't want you filming. One time I went in there just blazing. I went right in there live streaming and went up to the pointillist impressionist, and I was walking through there. I went up to the Surratt, and they almost like tackled me because they were like, "You can't film in here." I was like, "Come on." Here's look at the statue to the 5 Great Lakes here by the Art Institute. We filmed this before, but now we're catching it with the trees leafed out in springtime. Look at it in all their glory. Look how the light filters through here. And so we'll just head around here and we'll go over to the lions. Yeah, be a ninja, I got to be stealthier. I got to have a hidden camera. I don't want to break the terms and conditions. I know they got reasons. They want people to pay admission. If everybody goes there and live streams, nobody will go to the museum. You know, it's always better in person. I thought it would be educational, you know, but best laid plans come to naught. Look at these nice little flower planters they got here. We filmed these trees here. And look how you can look up to the Metropolitan Building. That's the Metropolitan Building. Look at that colonnade up there. This used to be the Santa Fe building, the Railroad Santa Fe, but now it's Motorola. And here's the Symphony Center, where the Chicago Symphony Orchestra plays. And we'll head right up past the Lions here. Look at that. Art Institute of Chicago, the street wall of Michigan Avenue. Yeah, it's a beautiful fountain. I'm glad you saw it there, Merc. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Yeah, the sun came out. Remember, it was all cloudy this morning. And here, we'll go by the Lions here in front of the Art Institute. Guarding the entrance to the Art Institute. This is right at Adams Street. This is the begin sign for Route 66. We film it every time we go by here. Here's the bucket guys. They're going to play in front here and extort some money out of us. Nah, it's good. It's good. They're street artists. You know, it's just like the musicians up and down Michigan Avenue here. So here's the begin sign for Route 66. You see right there, it says begin Route 66, right at Adams and Michigan Avenue. And as I pan out, you'll be able to see the Sears Tower. See the Sears Tower there? Yeah. We'll head across here. So I don't think I can get out this way. Maybe I can't get out this way. Yeah, they got it fenced off here, so I have to come back here. So best laid plans here. We will go up and go down because these people are blocking the entrance here. I'm not going in there. They're looking at me with the camera. They're making sure I don't go inside. So here, we'll try to get around these. We'll film the Lions here. They forced me. Here's the Lions here. Look at that. I wanted to go out this way, but they got it under construction. Everything's under construction all the time. Danny, how you doing there? Yeah, I'll walk to the beat. Yeah, public art's everywhere. Isn't this great that we can showcase all this public art in Chicago? And yeah, thanks for tuning in here. Hey, somebody's got their umbrella to protect them from the sun. There's another sculpture garden right here, and it looks like they got this gated off because they're working on something over here. They're working on this side of the Art Institute, but you can see some of the, I guess you can get in further down. There are some people. You see some of the sculptures in there. Here, let me lift the selfie stick so I can get over the hedge here. There, look at that. So that's the North Sculpture Garden of the Art Institute right there. We're gonna head right into the Millennium Park area. We'll go past the Crown Fountain and all that. Here's the University Club right there. And there's the Monroe building. That blue thing's housing. High rise. Hey, look at all these food trucks. Yeah, all these food trucks line up here on Monroe here. Hey, we got the light. Look at this, right on time here. So put the people pass by here. We'll try to get behind the people waiting to go the other way. Look at all these food trucks. Yeah, let's check out these food trucks real quickly here. Let's go up here. So we got Tortas, Cesar's Tacos. We see Cesar's Tacos all the time. El Azteca right here. More tacos. Look at all this stuff for Cinco de Mayo. We got all these great food trucks here. Look at this here. Yeah. Get your corn in a cup. How you doing? Get the tasty freeze there. Get your freeze. You're streaming okay? Yeah, foodies love food trucks here. Look at all these choices you got. You get the Delicia ice cream, Mexican snacks. Look at all this stuff. Sabor Real. Quesaras. Here's the pita beef. Yeah, halal food. You get the halal. What else we got here? Let's see here. Here's the Art Institute. There's the loading dock. There's more trucks up this. Here's more Quesaras food trucks. We can head across and check out the area. They got some food there. How you doing there? Get some churros and more tasty. See, they kind of repeat. Here's the hey, I was talking about it. I don't know if anybody heard me talk about it. The NICTY, the South Shore line, they're going to improve. They've been working on the tracks for 2 years. May 14th, the date they're supposed to open up, improve service to South Bend, Michigan City, Indiana Dunes, Gary, and Hammond. You'll be able to get down there faster. They double tracked it. They improved the stations. They increased the parking rides down there. They said you'll be able to get to the Indiana Dunes in 67 minutes, which is like a half an hour improvement. They shaved off a half an hour time getting to Michigan City and the Indiana Dunes, which is amazing. And here's the Art Institute of Chicago, the Monterey. How you doing there? Thanks for doing it. And here we'll cross. Let's go check out the Lurie Gardens. Here we'll cross this crosswalk here. And yeah, nobody's coming here. There's the Bridgeway. People are heading up the Bridgeway there. What time we got here? 12:50. Okay, good. So we'll cruise through the Lurie Gardens here really quickly. Yeah, happy Cinco de Mayo to all. Thanks for using that nice script there. That's good. Yeah, we got Cinco de Mayo on Sunday. Tomorrow's May the 4th be with you for all the Star Wars fans. Today's May the 3rd. Let's sneak into the Lurie Gardens here. Wow, we still got some tulips. People are enjoying it. Look, the red-winged blackbirds at the Lurie Gardens. Remember we talked about these ones are the ones that'll dive bomb you if you mess with their nest, and they protect their young there, which is nice. Look at the Lurie Gardens there. Look how quickly these flowers have grown here. It's almost like the naturalistic tall grass prairie here, right in the loop here. Look at that with the skyline. Thanks for tuning in. Lurie Gardens here, Millennium Park. Look how tall the tulips are. Yeah, let's walk through these tulips here. They're in the dunes. Yeah, Johnny, you know what I'm talking about. Isn't that going to be, we've been waiting for 2 years. I've taken it, my dad's taken it, where you have to ride the bus. You know, for the last 2 years, you would get to Gary and then you would have to transfer to the bus if you wanted to go to Dunes or Michigan City or further down the track, and then it would continue to South Bend. We've been eagerly anticipating when they're going to have this complete, because I use the South Shore train. My father uses the South Shore train. I grew up in Indiana, and it's easier for him to drive and park there and leave his car at the parking ride and come into the city, because he's learned from me, when you're in the city, you don't need a car. It's just something to worry about parked on the street, so he'd rather park it out there. He actually feels it's safer out there. He's picked me up at Gary one time, you know, and my poor father driving through Gary picking me up, but it's not bad. I ride through there all the time. And here we're at the Lurie Gardens here. But the Indiana Dunes are just beautiful. I hope to get out there. I have a cousin that lives out there. I might hook up with my cousin and we might check out the dunes. I got cousins everywhere. I got cousins in every state all across this nation. I got a lot of extended family. But here the Lurie Gardens are looking nice here. Look at this. So yeah, let's head around here. I want to go check out this yellow one. So here we'll go up to the next. We'll go up to the next path here, and we'll continue in the Lurie Gardens. I'm not in any rush to get back to work here. Such a beautiful day. 60 degrees. The sun came out. Look at that. Yeah, the dunes are amazing, and especially, you know, now it's a national lakeshore. It's a national park. They still got the Indiana State Park, the Indiana Dunes State Park, which is surrounded by the national park. There's campgrounds out there, both in the state park and the Dunelands one within the national park. And bike paths, bike trails, trails all through the dunes. Beautiful beaches, you can really get away. And the dunes themselves, it's just amazing, the natural landscape. The diversity of the ecology. There's cactus out there. It's like the northernmost place that cactus grow naturally. It's the Indiana Dunes has cactus, and they survive through the winter. Isn't that amazing? They get all dead and dormant, but then they spring back to life. And here we're at the Lurie Gardens here. Look at that. Look at these tulips. Look at that. We'll get them here because they're not going to last much longer. The ones on Michigan Avenue and State Street have already lost their leaves because they've been blown down and hurt by the rain. And yeah, your friend works near the Indiana Dunes. That's good. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm the same way. Sometimes I type stuff and I hit send. I'm like, oh, I left out a letter. My fat finger syndrome strikes again. I got fat fingers. And the keyboard's too small. I miss like the Blackberries that had like you could actually feel the keyboard. Now it's all flat on the screen there. When you talk, it types. The text-to-speech doesn't work too well either. I know Chris and I were complaining about that too. But here we'll cruise by the bean. The bean's still under construction. I'll just give you a construction update. We're waiting. You and me and everybody else is waiting for them to finish this construction. It's probably going to take them at least another month because they still got a long ways to go. Here's the Pritzker Band Show here. We got some wind. We're just joining Chicago Millennium Park here. I'm going to head back to work here. We got 12:55. See, all these tulips are gone. Remember when we filmed these beautiful tulips and they've already lost their leaves? So we'll head into May here. They didn't even make it to May. May the 3rd. Well, there's a few left. Beautiful picture, beautiful picture. Look at the people on the rooftop. Look at that. Look at the people enjoying. That's on top of the, we'll have to go up there sometime. That's the top of the Chicago Athletic Association Hotel. Remember I took you down in the lobby there. It's Mount at the Temple, the Palace of the Doge there in Venice. That's the rooftop for the hotel there that the Chicago Athletic Association is there, and they got a restaurant and bar up there, and people are sitting, and you can overlook all this. You can overlook, and here look at all the people taking pictures of the bean. It shows you so many people want to get back to the bean. You thought they would have had it open by now. They've been working on it all winter, and they're still they're working on the plaza right there. Here we'll go up and get over the fence here. We'll use the selfie stick here. Look at that. It's the Great Bean of Chicago under construction still. May 3rd, 2024. So we'll keep you up to date with the progress, and we got these people's photos here. So let's head right down through. Let's see if they made progress on the. Hey, they're cleaning the sidewalk. Look at that, pressure washing it. So we'll head right down this hill. And there's the Crown Fountain with the faces. Make sure I don't slip in the mud here. And we'll head to the bar that they're setting up here. There's some nice flowers here. Yeah, they're having their lunch. Yeah, they're still setting it up here. So it's not open yet, but they're getting ready to open up this outdoor bar here. We've been watching them setting it up for a week or so now. And this is, of course, where the ice skating rink is in the wintertime. It's hard to beat Chicago. You got it. Yeah, at least they took that diaper off the bottom of the bean. Yeah, it looked like a diaper made out of giant duct tape. And see, they weren't actually working on the bean. They're working on the plaza around it. And you see how they had all that tarp down. So hopefully they just need to lay the unilock pavers or whatever they're going to put on top of it. And here's the Double Clutch Brewing Company here. Am I zoomed out all the way? Hold on a second here. Make sure I'm zoomed out all the way. I guess I am. Here's the restrooms. There's restrooms here at Millennium Hall. Or is that what they call this? Yeah. There's a gift shop right here, the park shop. Here, we'll head up. There's some red flowers up here. There people are taking selfies here. There's the outdoor eating area here at Millennium Park. There's some people in military, people taking pictures. That's nice. Stairway. Look at these flowers. Yeah, let's get these red flowers there. They're taking some pictures of it too. So probably this weekend they might have security. Sometimes on weekends when the weather warms up, they have security, and even in the wintertime. So, but it's wide open during the day. They just do it for crowd control, so things don't get out of hand like they did last year and years before that with like flash mobs and things like that. There's the L going by. Scenes of the city there. That's Washington Street looking. Trains going both directions there, and there goes a bus blocking her view. That's why they got all this fencing here, so they can do crowd control when the weather warms up. People hit the beaches and Millennium Park here. How's it going? How you doing? There's the snake. The snake handlers are out. Look at that. That is awesome. So here we're heading up Michigan Avenue. Look at the beautiful day here. How you doing here? Look at that wonderful snake there. That's great. Look at that. Yeah, how you doing? That's great. Yeah, see, you can take a picture with the snake there, make a donation. They're usually standing like in this general area. There's some snake handlers and make a nice souvenir there. Yeah, they'll get everything going after they. So yeah, they're gonna do Buckingham. They're gonna do Buckingham Fountain's gonna be turned on May 14th. That's a Saturday, and I hope to come down and film it. Maybe I'll hang out with Chris and Brandon, and we'll go grill out at Brandon's, or we'll see if Chris comes into town that day. And that's next weekend. This weekend, Cinco de Mayo, and May the 4th. Hey, we got the light here, so we'll head right across here. We're 1 o'clock, so we'll start wrapping this up. I know people got to get back to whatever you're doing, so we'll cross Randolph Street, and we'll head up Michigan one more block, and I'll go back to work here. There we go. Just want to make sure I hit this light. There's the Nederlander Theater that's looking down Randolph, the theater district. We went by there earlier. There's this restaurant that we still don't know what restaurant's going to go in there. Maybe they build a new building and it'll sit vacant. That'll be interesting. But it's a good location, prime real estate. It'll become a small Cheval. Hey, let's zoom in on the crowds here. Let's zoom in on the Wrigley building there. Look at that. Yeah, we can look right up Michigan Avenue. There we go. Yeah, that's okay. No, I know which fountain you're talking about. Yeah. That's okay. Now, welcome to my world. Tara, when was that? It was 2 days ago. I was talking about, I was born during Gerald Ford's administration, and I said Henry Ford, and someone immediately corrected me. They said, you said Henry Ford. I was like, oh, and it was like a Freudian slip because I was talking about the 1800s. I meant to say Gerald Ford, the president that was before Jimmy Carter, and I said Henry Ford, and immediately someone was like, you said that wrong. I was like, oh, man. So people will correct me, and at least somebody's listening. That's, but hey, yeah. Have a nice weekend, everybody. Hey, enjoy Cinco de Mayo. Tomorrow's May the 4th. It's going to be 80 degrees tomorrow in Chicago. Get out and enjoy it. It'll be like a day to head to the beach or head through the park or go to the zoo or something. We'll figure out something. And I'm not making any promises, but we'll try to be on TikTok tonight. I have no guarantees if we're going by Betty's or not. I know we might cruise by there. I'll check the webpage, and we tried it last night, so we'll try it again either tonight or next week, and we'll hit it sometime. But I'll be walking home, so usually if I'm walking, I'm talking. And I appreciate everybody for being on here. Have a great rest of your Friday. And thanks for giving me a break yesterday. Thanks for tuning in. See you later, Crystal Blue Funk, John James, Patricia, Lisa, thanks for being on. Have a great weekend. Mary Alice and Merck and Christy and Tara and everybody else there. So we'll see you later, Danny, Jummy, everybody else there. Have a great weekend here. Happy Cinco de Mayo. We'll talk to you later. Okay? See you, Jummy. Okay, bye.